Hi everyone, long time no see. I haven't made videos because as you know I changed my job and so far so good. I'm teaching kids. Yeah, they're okay, but it's physically exhausting, but I think it's good for me. Maybe I can lose weight. I hope, but I didn't yet. Anyway, so far, my bosses are amazing, my coworkers are great. I can go home on time, although sometimes I have to do a little bit of overtime, which is 15 minutes max. I did 20 yesterday just because I thought I should because I have a long holiday, but it's paid, overtime, so that's good for me. Anyway, my new job has been great, and I get paid regularly, and I'm also exploring other opportunities such as opening up business. I have been talking to different people and on how to do it, and getting information and at the same time learning more from them. But I don't really want to talk about it because it's not on that stage yet. So our topic for today mainly is about Olympics. As you know, I live in Tokyo and it's the 2020 Olympics. I posted a video about going to like roller skating. Guys, it's my first time to do roller skating. When I was young, my cousins had rollerblades. I never had the opportunity to have it, mainly because my parents didn't buy me. But I used to have shoes that has like wheels. So but it's different from roller skating. So I was watching this Netflix series like Halloween, and then Fear Street and American Horror Story. For some reason, they're all focused on 1980s, and I think maybe that was a good year because, or maybe people want to escape to that year because it was a good year. So anyway, as I was saying, I tried roller skating. Now, if you guys would think that's a sport, I don't know if it is, but yeah, I want to try it more. It was really fun, but I should have a day off after I do that. Let's say I'm gonna do that Saturday. I should take a rest on Sunday because it killed my body. But it's really fun. It's really fun. I posted a video over my Facebook, so please check it out. So Olympics right now in Japan, it started. There were first and foremost, it wasn't Japan who agreed to continue this Olympics. As a matter of fact, a lot of Japanese and even the Japanese government, they didn't want it, but the Olympic Committee didn't want to move 2020 Olympics to 2024, even though Paris agreed to move it. I don't know why, but maybe some, there are a lot of things like factors. For instance, like I saw some interviews like in the Philippines and here in Japan, like some athletes, it's like their last chance to compete for the Olympics because by next year they're not allowed to, or like there's like a time limit for them. I don't know how that works or if it's true or not. And then most of them prepared for like 4 years and so on. And even like in Japan, there was this Olympian, I think he does fencing. When pandemic happened, he chose not to receive sponsorship from sponsors because there was no Olympics that time. So he started doing Uber Eats. And, GoFundMe page is not so popular in Japan compared to US. So, yeah, but I think he was able to participate. So I'm happy for that, really. And yeah, so a lot of people, they didn't want it, especially a lot of establishments here, they've closed, and they were also expecting from the Olympics, especially hotels, and we were just about to get back from this pandemic because we started getting vaccines, which I got my first shot. And not everyone agreed to it, but then the Olympic Committee decided, okay, let's do it. So what can the Japanese government do? So they did. They proceeded, and it happened anyway. Now, the Olympics is off limits. Olympic Village is off limits to us, and they are off limits outside Tokyo. Although they could go out every now and then. I mean, like when they have to transfer to another city or place to, play. Now, one misconception, like they couldn't really go out. I think it is ordered but not mandatory, and since they get like saliva test every day, I went to Harajuku. It's like a popular tourist destination here in Tokyo, and I saw some Olympians. They were even wearing their uniform. I even went to the hospital, and I think one Olympian was injured, so he was with another Olympic volunteer. But nevertheless, it's here and it's happening. So we what I'm very thankful of is number one, yay, Philippines got its first gold medal since in for about 90 years, 93 or 97 years. So Philippines joined the Olympics when it was still under the Commonwealth government, which was under United States. So that time, Philippine flag was below American flag because we were like a colony. And from that day, we only won like silver, I think. I don't know if we won gold, but it was our first gold ever. So it was a happy thing for the Philippines. I think for a second or 2 seconds, we have forgotten our corona problem. And it became positive. It also opened a lot of doors for other athletes in Japan competing right now to do their best, especially Filipinos. So right now we have 4 medals, silver, bronze, and gold. So I think that's amazing. I'm not into sports, but it's good news. And they're about to receive, the gold medalist will receive a car, high-end condominium, plus a house, and about 25 million in cash from the 5 million from the government, and then about 20 million from private companies, which is the owner of San Miguel Beer. So, and another one I forgot, but she's getting a lot of money, so it's good. It also paved way for other Filipinos to see sports as something to be something serious. Unlike before, we think sports is either for really rich people or really poor people. You see, in my school before, I mean, this is based on my experience, the only time you become like a sports person, it's either it's your hobby, I mean hobby, like, you want to do it. Number two, if you're rich, you can buy the gear. Or number three, you're poor and you need a free scholarship. So that's the only way before, but right now it became a path. And so far so good. How many days has it been? Now about the Olympic things, a lot of people said we might waste a lot. So number one, the cardboard bed, it's sturdy and it is made from recycled materials, and then it will be made into another thing once Olympians are gone. Now, the Olympic Stadium itself, the Olympic buildings, they will be used as public housing after, or by the government officials, when they travel around, when they come to Tokyo for meetings. But anyway, it's going to be used. And then they have like a shopping center there. That shopping center is kind of created with Japanese or East Asian architecture where they don't really need nails. So it's like a Lego where you put them together with exact space, and then they're gonna use these wood for public spaces to make chairs or tables and chairs for schools in Japan. Now, mind you, we never close the schools in Japan, and kids still go to school. Even in my school, it's a small place, but we have 80 kids. 80 yesterday, and I died, and I live again today to talk to you. So that's what I heard. Now, what I'm really thankful for, even though the Olympics didn't really, push through, and it's really sad that a lot of people, they didn't enjoy, a lot of Japanese people, they weren't able to earn from this Olympics. Fortunately, it has given, like, thank you to social media, and so on, a lot of spots in Japan were, actually shown. Especially a lot of Americans, they were taking TikToks videos every day and YouTube, and it's really helpful for them to understand Japan. And as a taxpayer, I'm really happy for that. It's like free media, so I'm really happy. Also, I really want to try the Asics shoes, so please check it out on TikTok. Now, overall, Olympics will be finished soon, but nevertheless, it's okay. Everything has been great. It's not as spectacular as I expected it to be, because it's my first Olympics, if ever. Because of this pandemic, they have to limit the athletes joining the opening ceremony, the other things. A lot of things were limited, but I'm at this point, I'm glad it happened. For about 16 days, we tend to forget about the things. And about summer, I always told you that I'm a person from a tropical country, and Japan is so hot for me. So, but still, Japan developed different kinds of technology. For example, mist. There's this mist that we call. You might see it online, where there's like this mist that could decrease the heat for about 8 to 10 Celsius. I'm not sure how you manage that, but and there are many other things. Anyway, that's about the Olympics. I don't know if I just babbled, or you haven't known about these. How about your country? How are they doing the Olympics right now? My country is still hoping for some more goal, some more people to win, but it has been very motivational for us, especially for us Filipinos. Well, for them, not for me. I don't like sports, but hearing the Philippine national anthem being played during the award ceremony for our Olympian, it was amazing. And mind you guys, the flowers, they were also symbolic. Do you know that these flowers, that they have meanings? Like some flowers, they were made to dedicate for people who were affected by the great big earthquake, and then another flowers for Hiroshima, and then the other flowers for Fukushima, the nuclear power plant. When the earthquake happened, the power plant broke, and then blah blah blah. So those flowers were also very symbolic. I think if you look around the Olympics, you'll see a lot of symbolic things. And guys, the robot on TV is not Transformers, it's Gundam. So for those who don't know, Gundam, that is Japanese animation. So Transformers, they have their own, like, they're like aliens, but Gundam, they're like robotic machines controlled by people. So just an FYI, because a lot of people made a mistake. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been informative, and let's wish a lot well for our Olympians. And tell me, how is your country doing with the Olympics? How many goals did you get? Mind you, I know we didn't get as much as other countries did, but it's our first gold, so it's a really happy thing for us. So thank you.